All right, today we're talking about something that is going to completely change the way you work. I'm talking about AI agents. We're going to break down what they are and, more importantly, how you can actually use them to start working smarter and definitely not harder.
So, let's just get real for a second. Does your workday feel like you're just constantly drowning in information? I mean, you've got docs in OneDrive, key info buried in a million emails, customer data over in the CRM. It's that whole business as usual grind, right? And let's be honest, it is exhausting.
And you know what? That's not just a feeling, it's a massive, massive time suck. In fact, get this. Polls are showing that half of all workers say AI is already freeing up their time. Think about that. That means a huge chunk of our day is eaten up by stuff that, well, a machine could be doing. And that, right there, opens the door for something way better.
Okay, so we've all agreed on the problem. It's something we're all dealing with. But now for the fun part, the solution. It's time to meet your brand new AI teammates.
Now, when I say AI teammates, I'm not talking about those clunky chatbots you argue with online or some simple little automation script. No way. An AI agent is a huge leap forward. You need to think of it less like a tool you use and more like a proactive team member, one that can actually understand complex ideas and, this is the key part, act on your behalf to get real work done. So what does that really mean day to day? Well, it means they can handle complex, multi-step projects. They can go out and hunt down information from all your different systems. No more endless searching for you. And they can literally carry out entire tasks from beginning to end. That frees you up to do the stuff that actually requires your brain, the important, creative work. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does this look like in the real world? Let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through 3 hacks, 3 ways you can put these agents to work right now. All right, challenge number 1. I bet this sounds familiar. Your most important information is, well, it's everywhere. You've got files in Drive, crucial details in your email, customer info tucked away in the CRM. Trying to piece all that together? It's like a full-time job, and it just grinds everything to a halt.
So, the solution? You give an agent a superpower, enterprise search. Just imagine one single search bar, and with it, you can instantly pull info from all those separate places. No more jumping between a dozen different tabs. This simple idea, it's the foundation for everything else these agents can do.
And this isn't some futuristic dream either. Take it from Matt Jansen over at Gordon Food Service. He says this kind of unified search leads straight to better decisions, faster decisions, and just less busy work. It's really about getting people the info they need right when they need it.
Okay, hack number 2. Let's paint a picture. It's the end of a crazy long day, your brain is fried, but there's this dense, super important financial report sitting there, just waiting for you. And the absolute last thing you want to do is stare at a spreadsheet.
So what if you could just toss that report to an AI agent and say, hey, turn this into a 10-minute podcast summary for me? It's a perfect example of how these agents can reshape information to fit your life. Suddenly, you can get the key insights on your commute, or even while you're at the gym.
And just listen to the time savings we're talking about here. Parinda Gandivikar from Deloitte said a task that used to take her team weeks of research now gives them the first round of insights in just a few minutes. That's not just making things easier. That's fundamentally changing the game, giving all that time back for the deep thinking that really matters.
And for our 3rd hack, let's talk about something that kills innovation, the dreaded creative rut. You know the feeling. Your team needs a breakthrough idea, but you're just stuck hashing out the same old stuff over and over again.
So instead of just relying on your own brains, imagine deploying a whole team of AI agents on the problem. They could spit out thousands of ideas, sure, but here's the cool part. They don't just stop there. They actually work together to analyze, rank, and filter those ideas. And then they present your team with a short list of the absolute best ones, already broken down with pros and cons. And trust me, the big players are already seeing this. Alan Triggs at Nokia says this could literally revolutionize how their teams discover and use key information. And what does that lead to? Faster decisions, better teamwork. It's really about turbocharging human creativity on a scale we've never seen before.
So, okay, we've looked at a few cool tricks, but let's zoom out for a second, because this is so much bigger than just a few life hacks. What we're actually witnessing is a fundamental shift in how business gets done, period. And believe me, everything we're seeing right now, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, you need to hear this number. Gartner predicts that by 2028, 1/3, a third of all enterprise software will have agentic AI built in. Now get this, today, that number is less than 1%. That's not growth, that's an explosion. So what does that actually mean for our day-to-day? Well, it's projected that this will allow about 15% of our everyday work decisions to be made completely on their own by AI. Think about that. That is a huge change to how we work, how productive we are, and really the whole definition of our jobs. Right, so this is all happening and it's happening fast, which brings us to the most important question. How do you get started? And the best part is it's way, way easier than you probably think. I'm willing to bet you've already got a workflow in your head right now that you would love to automate. But then you think about having to get in line for the tech team, waiting months for them to build it, and yeah, that's a total deal breaker. Well, the good news is you don't have to wait anymore. There are paths for absolutely everyone, no matter how techie you are. You can start right now with pre-built agents you just pick from a gallery. If you want something more custom, you can design your own with simple no-code tools. Seriously, if you can chat, you can build one. And of course, for the super complex stuff, the pro developer tools are there too.
Look, the tools are here. The potential is just massive. You basically have a whole team of powerful AI assistants ready and waiting to help you. So really, there's only one question left to ask yourself. What are you going to build first?